Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an absolutely amazing day and that you all are having just as much fun with the Animal Crossing 2.0 update and DLC as I am. So in today's video I thought that we would do part 2 to my Celeste home build. Today we'll be going over the second floor of her vacation home, which will include the bedroom and study. If you missed part 1, I'll be sure to link that video in the description below. Be sure to check it out. In that video we did the kitchen, living room, and kind of a dining room area. As always, if you enjoy my content and you would like to see more, make sure you hit subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when I go live. And if you got this far, in the description, let me know what your favorite furniture item is within this new update. But with that being said, let's hop right into the video. So, funny story with this build, this is actually my second attempt at filming this video because I actually had all this footage recorded before the first video went up and then I accidentally deleted it all. So when I realized this morning when I started to go edit it and I realized the footage was gone, I then had to quickly log into the game, clear everything on the second floor, and then ask Celeste to remodel it again so I could redecorate and redo the top floor. So that's fun. I also learned within filming this again that you can actually dress up your villagers. Apparently if you hover over them and hit X, I believe it was, you can actually like fix them all up. So right now you just see me clearing everything off the table. I even wiped the wallpapers. Why? I don't know. I was gonna use the same ones I had before anyway. I don't know what the point of that was. But either way, I'm gonna put the same wallpaper and flooring right back up. Again, I used the red blossom wall that I used downstairs, and then I saw the library wallpaper, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is absolutely perfect for her room. And then since I'd already kind of decorated, I just shoved all the furniture I could think of that I had already used in the build, and then some extra ones, like the moon chair was one that I didn't have in my original build, but I thought that was super cute, and I wanted to try to incorporate it in there somewhere, because I was like, ooh, that is very, like, celestial and Celeste. Celeste does give us a DIY for it. I didn't end up keeping it in the final build. I moved it and traded it in for a bunch of Nova Stars, but I still think it would have been fun to use it in. And of course, I'm obsessed with using bookshelves. I always think that Celeste is a very knowledgeable individual, so having bookshelves in her bedroom, it seemed very fitting for me. I also have such a bad habit of accidentally hitting B and closing out from the decorating tab. Let me know down below if you also do this, because it seems like I can never go a single day without hitting that and accidentally like going out of it. But I've just started laying out the basic layout of how I wanted the room to look, which was to the right would be the bedroom and to the left would kind of be like a little study area. And I thought it was really nice to put the study area right next to the wall, so it kind of looked like it was just a library wall with a desk to be studying next to. Then I just grabbed a few of the display stands, I think they're called, in which I would just put some of the star fragments in it. And I thought it was super cute. I was kind of messing around here trying to figure out like where I wanted this chair to go. I wasn't sure if I liked it like that. I wasn't sure if I wanted it. It felt kind of cramped. So in the end I did end up getting rid of it and moving it around. But I split up the room with these partition walls. Absolutely love them as an addition to the game. I think they are so amazing and so great. Absolutely fantastic for splitting up the space and giving it that extra dimension. Although I will say, I recently came across, I believe it is like the castle arch wall that I got in a different build when I was just fiddling with the game earlier. That would also be super cool if you used partition walls on either side and then in the middle of that had that archway. That would have also been a very cool thing to have. But I also had a little gap in the middle. I had the bed on one side and the study on the other, and it just felt very empty in the middle, so I made it so it's like a little cozy reading area almost. You got a bookshelf behind the couch, a little fireplace in front of it with that wood burning. I absolutely love that fireplace. Easily one of my favorite items. And then I really just messed around with color with the display cases. I didn't even think the first time I did this build that I could change the color. So I wanted to mess around with that a little bit, but I ended up settling on the gray. I really do like the gray. I thought maybe the black would work, but then I thought that it was just too dark. The gray added a nice little pop of color to the room. And of course, we have to use the elegant rug. I absolutely love those rugs. I wish that there were multiple variations of that in different sizes. I haven't found any, so if you have found some, please, please, please let me know down below, because I would love to have them in different sizes. That was a new thing that I added as well, was Nova lights. I did not have that in my first build. And when I was looking, because I was going to originally use the elegant lamp again, when I saw the Nova lamp instead, I instantly knew that they would be better. They just kind of fit with Celeste more. There's also, I believe, the Nova clock that I used later on in the build that I think is absolutely amazing. There we go. It's the star clock right there. So I really tried to keep as much star and celestial items as I could within this build. I really did think that Celeste would just have stars all over the place, books by the fire, so that she can keep reading about stars and the constellations. And then I also added the star fragments into the different display cases that I have sitting next to her study, because I just felt like she would be collecting these items, she would be studying them, researching, and that's how she would get all of her DIYs. So that's kind of what I was thinking of when I was trying to make that study area. And of course, I don't know if anyone has a clean workspace. I definitely do not. I always have papers all around my desk all the time. So I had to add some here. It just seemed very fitting for me. It's just like, is it a real study if you don't have papers lying around that you've been staring at for hours? And then obviously the telescope, wasn't sure where to place it or the direction to put it in, so I kind of messed around with that a lot. But in the end, I really like having it at this angle. So now that like the bulk of the room is finished, I start doing the little decorating thing. So under other, if you scroll all the way down, that's where you can kind of find star fragments or resources along your island, which I think is super fun to have them and decorate with them. So I grabbed all the star fragments that I had available. Obviously I haven't unlocked them all. I recently restarted my island. So slowly trying to get back to the place where I have everything. And then I thought of putting a second star clock on the little mantle, I guess it's called. Not quite sure what I would call that table. It's like a side table where you just place random stuff. And then I thought maybe not having another star, maybe a plushie would be better. And I eventually ended up changing that as well. But now we finally get to start decorating the walls. I used a formal paper near her desk along with a cuckoo clock because I thought both of those are super adorable items and that they would just really fit Celeste. Like, when I think of Celeste, I can see her having a cuckoo clock on the wall. And obviously because she loves stars and learning, I just figured a formal paper would look really well. Same with the twinkling painting. I thought that would fit really well for her as well. I did look for Blather's painting, or Blather's photo, and I couldn't find it, so I haven't unlocked it yet. I need to. So instead, I used a photo of Isabel and a photo of Brewster. I'm probably going to change Isabel's out if I ever get Blather's photo, because I thought it would be super cute if she had a picture of her brother with her in her house. So maybe one day I'll finally have that in there, but this is the final end of the build. We finally get to see this cute little cinematic, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I love the stars decorating it. I love the cozy vibe of it, the colors. I think that it turned out really, really well, and I'm really happy with the design. So with that kind of concludes the end of this speed build. I do have another speed build coming hopefully on Saturday or Sunday, I believe. That build though will be a house, the first floor for Isabel's home. So that will be coming out later on this weekend. So stay tuned for that video. I hope you all enjoyed this build and had as much fun watching it as I did building it. Let me know down below if there are any specific villagers or NPCs that you would like to see me do vacation home builds. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell for more notifications. But with that, that concludes the end of this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!